Say, go, Dad, go.
Give him a cheer. Say congratulations. I'm done.
I'm so proud of him. You wouldn't have known him back 20 years ago.
Was he a wild child?
Oh my gosh. That's his mom.
I was afraid
Oh.
because he took after me.
Oh.
It helped him. I would just like to say how proud I am, and he's an awesome son, and he's a wonderful role model.
He took after his grandfather.
In the
His
service.
grandfather was in the Air Force.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I was not in the service, but his son, we'll see in the future, he wants to go into the service.
Oh, the legacy continues.
Hi, my name is Jeff Holsinger. This is my wife, Betty Ann. We're neighbors of Josh. And we met him about 3 years ago. And we've become very close friends, and we're very proud to be here to be able to see his retirement. 22 years myself, retired. It's been 33 years, 31 years since I retired, a long time ago. So there is a whole new life afterward. And it's great.
I wish him the best. It's been interesting. My father was 33 years, my husband 22, and our son was 20. All retired Air Force. So it's a good life. Yep.
So I'm Gavin.
You're definitely his son. You already talk just like him.
Do I?
Yeah. I feel like I'm talking to him in the past right now. That's wild.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm very proud to be his son. He's been a really good role model, and I'm just really glad he's in my life. So.
I'm Aaron's father, Josh's father-in-law. I just want to say that we're very proud of Josh and what he's accomplished, and looking forward to ways in which he'll continue to serve and the adventures that he carries out. So, really proud of him.
Congratulations.
Just good luck.
Yep. Enjoy.
I'm Aaron's mother. We're very proud of him.
Very proud.
Josh's mom, Josh's stepdad. We were there to take you to MAPS and sign you in. We were there when you graduated from basic. We've been there for 20 years through everything, and we're proud today. We'll be proud tomorrow. Whatever you choose to do in life, we'll back you up to the best of our ability, and we love you dearly.
I'm very proud of him. I'm really, really tickled that I could be his stepdad, and he's made me very proud. He's a super guy. Thank you.
It's been a fun adventure. No matter what he chooses, I'm super proud of him.
Chloe Amoroso, the daughter. Probably just like seeing him come home in the uniform every day is just cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see that you found your seats. The ceremony will begin in a few moments. At this time, we respectfully request all electronic devices be muted. There's one. Throughout the ceremony, you'll be given cues to rise and be seated at the appropriate times. As a reminder, during the singing of our national anthem, military members should stand at attention, and civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. We are honored to have with us as our presiding official for today's ceremony, Mobilization Assistant to the Director of Intelligence, Headquarters Air Combat Command, Colonel Mary Catherine Haddad. Sharing this special occasion today are many family members, friends, senior officers, and fellow airmen. We are extremely honored to have in attendance Sergeant Amoroso's family, which includes his wife, Erin, their children, Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily. His father and stepmother, Gregory and Nancy Amoroso. His mother and stepfather, Cindy Amoroso and Gordon Stevens. His father-in-law and mother-in-law, Brad and Nancy Ross. And his mother-in-law and father-in-law, Emily and Craig Brown. Sergeant Amoroso would also like to welcome our special guests, the Deputy Wing Commander, 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing, Colonel John Christensen. The Commander, 850th Spectrum Warfare Group, Colonel Andrew Finkler. The Commander, 350th Spectrum Warfare Group, Colonel Robert Cockey. The Chief Engineer, 850th Spectrum Warfare Group, Ms. Shannon Conklin. The Deputy Commander, 850th Spectrum Warfare Group, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Munsko. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 850th Spectrum Warfare Group, Chief Master Sergeant Michael Sterling. And the Senior Enlisted Leader, 350th Spectrum Warfare Group, Chief Master Sergeant Jason Ballmer. We would also like to welcome all commanders, honorary commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, members of the local community, and members of Team Eglin who have taken time out of their busy day to share in this special occasion. Thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of the official party, the presentation of the colors by the Eglin Honor Guard, and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Senior Master Sergeant Russell Hopwood, followed by the invocation given by Chaplain Captain Stephen Witcher.
Post the colors.
Stand by. Colors. Attention. Hut. Port. Arms. Forward. Heart. Present. Heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
turn, heart.
Join me in just a quick word of prayer. Father, we come before you right now, God, and we just want to pause and thank you for this beautiful day that you've given us. No rain. Beautiful, beautiful view. To celebrate Sergeant Amoroso. God, I pray that you would be with us as we celebrate today, as we remember, and as we honor the 20 years of service that Sergeant Amoroso was given. I thank you for his family that's here in Mass. They are celebrating the man they know. God, I pray that as we grieve the loss of an amazing asset, an amazing team member, that we would look forward to seeing all that he's going to do in the future. We pray that you would be with us now as we continue forward in this service. In your name we pray. Amen.
It is now my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce to you the presiding official for today's ceremony, Colonel Haddad.
I feel like I need a step stool. Like I'm not quite tall enough here. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. When you have a narrator who is as fabulous as Bill, it's tough to follow that, but I'm going to do my best. Hey, listen. Good afternoon. What an amazing day, and what an amazing reason why we are all here together, celebrating the retirement of Master Sergeant Josh Amoroso from the United States Air Force after 20 years of dedicated service. I am humbled and honored to be part of your day. Before I jump into my comments, I want to thank the team that put together today's event. While it always looks like these events are pulled off with ease-like perfection to everyone in the audience, there's an effort behind the scenes, the days and the months leading up to a day like today to make it so. My thanks to those of you who worked behind the scenes to make this day happen. To the color guard, thank you. I get the chills every time the color guard does its thing. To Senior Hopwood for the national anthem, it was beautiful. And to our chaplain for his beautiful, beautiful words, thank you. Finally, thank you to the team here, Team Eglin here at the club, for opening their spaces so we can celebrate. My sincere thanks to the distinguished guests who made time in their schedules to be here. Commanders, SELs, First Sergeants, we know how busy you all are, and it means so much that you made the time. Aaron, Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily, Mom and Dad, Stepmom, Stepdad, and our in-laws, today is as much your day as it is Josh's. To our other family members and friends who traveled to be here, we are so glad you could join us. I know it means so much to Josh that you're here, and I imagine if given the time, he could share a story about how each of you made an impact in his world. To our guests and colleagues, both in person and virtually, thanks for taking the time to celebrate Josh. So, it's not unusual at a ceremony such as this for the officiating officer to do essentially a walkthrough of the honoree's career path and highlight accomplishments at each assignment. I'm going to do it a bit differently, and while I'll use Josh's professional path as a guide, I'm going to focus more on the intangibles, those things that have been most meaningful for Master Sergeant Amoroso over the course of his Air Force journey. So let's get started. If you would come along with me, we're going to make a quick stop back in March of 2003, when Josh first entered the Air Force's basic military training at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. As a comparison of how things have changed since then, think about this. A gallon of gas the week Josh arrived in Texas was $1.73 a gallon. And when I was looking this up, I found a headline that said gas prices skyrocket across the US, and I just shook my head because we just didn't have a clue. The #1 TV show at the time was CSI, and I think there are like 13 versions of CSI out there now. The #1 song in March was J-Lo's All I Have. I actually don't even remember that song. The cost of a ticket to the movies was $6. And the #1 movie in March of 2003 was Bringing Down the House with Steve Martin and Queen Latifah. Josh started basic training a year before Facebook went live, a month before iTunes was released, and Instagram was still 7 years away. So with this as our backdrop, let's pick up the story with Josh and his decision to join the world's greatest Air Force. When I asked why the Air Force, Josh didn't hesitate at all to tell me it was largely because of his grandfather. He served in the Air Force in the 1950s, and Josh was drawn to the stories he would tell. We know the stories passed through the generations is always one of the most compelling ways in which we can share with young people what an incredible journey the Air Force can be, and Josh felt called as a result of the stories shared with him. But it wasn't just the stories his grandfather told him. It was also a little bit of Hollywood magic that intrigued him too. So think back to 1986. Can you recall a military movie about fighter pilots that might have caught his attention? It was Iron Eagle. I guess Top Gun, but no, because I thought that was the most obvious answer. So 4 months before Top Gun was released, an Air Force themed movie hit the theaters, and Josh, by his own admission, I have this in caps, was obsessed. I have it in caps because he typed it in caps to me, that he was obsessed. So Iron Eagle, if not for you, we may not be here celebrating Master Sergeant Josh Amoroso today. He told me he's seen it 5,000 times, and his family can vouch for this. So you can talk to them at the ceremony about that. When graduation from BMT came around, Josh's first choice for career field was actually as an imagery analyst, but the wait for training was 1.5 years. So not surprisingly, the Air Force had other plans, and Josh went off to serve in the POL career field. Although not what Josh originally wanted to do, he spent 11 years in POL, and he did what the Air Force needed him to do. During these 11 years, he spent time in Japan, Turkey, Portugal, Arizona, and New Mexico, among other locations. But friends, here's what I want to highlight for you. Although not his first choice, here are the words from Josh's EPRs from during this time. Infinite growth potential, superb, outstanding, dynamic performer, skillful, incredible work ethic, positive military image, and unrivaled dedication. This speaks so perfectly of your character, and I wasn't surprised by any of those descriptors. During this time, you were also crushing it at school, knocking out large course loads with a tremendous GPA. However, professional performance doesn't always capture what's happening in real life, does it? As you shared, there were struggles. And while you don't need to talk about the details, we'll note that perhaps the Air Force was not getting peak Josh performance when your path crossed with one Tech Sergeant Jason Bowman in Incirlik, Turkey. So I actually love this story. Let's just say the two of you didn't see eye to eye. That's what we're gonna go with. But he didn't know that your actions at the time were motivated by a desire to have the Air Force decide you no longer adapted to military standards, and were hoping to get a one-way ticket home because you wanted to be closer to home for personal reasons. Luckily, the Air Force didn't make that decision, right? You're still here, obviously, and sent you to your next assignment where, lo and behold, your new supervisor was now Master Sergeant Jason Bowman. You guys, this story's so good. So no sooner had you arrived than he was asking you, do you want to stay or do you want to go? What's the plan? Luckily, you made the decision to stay. And what started as a tough relationship from a previous assignment resulted in one of the most meaningful mentoring bonds. If not for Sergeant Bowman and his interest in helping you work through the roadblocks, I don't think we're here celebrating your Air Force career. So to Senior Master Sergeant Bowman, thank you. Not just from me, but I guarantee from countless other airmen who have reaped the benefit of your time and effort you put into Josh, such that he could then pay it forward and take care and pour his time and effort into others. As a result of his decision to continue on this journey, the Air Force brought things full circle, and due to changes in the POL career field, the Air Force had you cross-train into imagery analysis, the job you wanted to begin with. And while Josh continued to crush it professionally as an analyst, ending up a flight chief, actually for our special missions flight, I believe the Intel career field was meant to serve simply as the platform you needed for what you truly wanted to do. I believe it's really in the back half of his career that he ended up on the path for which he was intended. In 2014, Josh's EPR closed with, consistently puts the needs of airmen first. He was a staff sergeant at this time, and his passion for taking care of airmen starts to show once placed in his first NCO roles. And so, the path toward becoming a first sergeant began, and there was no wavering. I think often of the first time we chatted. Josh, you shared with me then that you wanted to be a first sergeant, one of the most coveted roles for our enlisted force. And I think most here are familiar with what the role of a first sergeant is, but just in case, the role is to advise commanders on the readiness, health, morale, welfare, and quality of life of airmen and their families to ensure a mission-ready force. The role of the first sergeant is key to the Air Force executing its mission. For without a mission-ready force, we are unable to do what the nation expects of its United States Air Force. Josh would be the first to tell you he didn't walk this path alone. Again, the Air Force's assignment system can act in mysterious ways. For you see, if not for the change in career field, Josh would never have been stationed at the National Air and Space Intelligence Center, where, at the time, Master Sergeant Adam Fields was also assigned. Now, if you know Chief Fields, he does not need an introduction. Larger than life and always looking to motivate the airmen around him to reach their potential and then surpass it, Master Sergeant Amoroso was a lucky beneficiary of Chief Fields' dedication to advancing those airmen with drive and potential. In fact, it was Chief Fields who helped Josh get placed in his first actual gig as a Group First Sergeant in the Space and Missiles Group. As with Senior Bowman, Chief, I want to thank you for all you did for Josh and so much, so that he could do the same for other airmen in his charge. The Air Force is a better place for it. When I asked Josh what his top 3 professional memories were of his time in uniform, 2 of the 3 had to do with becoming a first sergeant. But the desire to provide care for the airmen with whom he serves had to come from somewhere. As we talk about all you've accomplished, I think it's fair to say that none of this is possible without the love and support of your family and friends. Mom and Dad, those descriptors that have been used to describe Josh, those come from you. Without your teaching, shaping, caring, and loving, Josh would not be imbued with the character to achieve, change, and grow the way he has. His determination to make a difference, to learn from the lessons put in his path, his willingness to let others help him such that he could then do the same, and his resilience in the face of adversity are a direct reflection of your upbringing. Thank you, and thank you for sharing him with us for the past 20 years. And to you, Aaron, what a journey this has been. Okay, everybody's crying over here, and I'm a sympathy crier, so I feel like I'm now gonna start crying. I apologize. Well, Josh and I had chatted a bit here and there. When we had our first in-depth conversation, there was no shortage of the esteem in which he holds you. When talking about the kids, he emphasized your love, patience, and strength, and your dedication to doing all you could for the family. There is no doubt in my mind that your love and support enabled Josh to pursue with passion his role as a first sergeant. It's a demanding job and can be emotional and challenging, but having you there made it possible for Josh. Thank you. Kids, Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily, I hope you know by now there is nothing your dad would not do for you. I mean, when your dad tries to get kicked out of the Air Force to be closer to you, that's saying something. He's so proud of all of you, and you can actually see him beam when he speaks about you. Josh, you've done incredible things with and for the United States Air Force. You have impacted both the mission and the teams with which you've served. And through your time and effort, your legacy will be evident in other airmen who continue to wear the uniform and have learned from both your successes and your challenges. To bring it full circle, your most recent EPR closed with Master Sergeant Amoroso, is a compassionate servant leader. And I think there is no better description for you as you wrap up your Air Force career. If you recall, I love quotes, and so I couldn't finish my comments without sharing one that seems tailor-made for you. It's actually Mr. Rogers. But I can't help but think that he knew that one day the Air Force would have a Master Sergeant Josh Amoroso. He said, if you could only sense how important you are to the lives of those you meet, how important you can be to the people you may never dream of. There is something of yourself that you leave at every meeting with another person. Thank you for all you've done and for your service. It's been an honor serving with you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Sergeant Amoroso, please come forward and join Colonel Haddad for the presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand.
Publish the order.
Citation to accompany the award of the Meritorious Service Medal, 1st Oak Leaf Cluster, to Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso for outstanding service, 10 May 2021 to 31 January 2024. Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as 1st Sergeant, 850th Spectrum Warfare Group, 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing, Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. During this period, Sergeant Amoroso developed the Wing Status of Discipline program. Through his efforts, communications were increased across 12 commanders by providing disciplinary and discharge trend data to ensure fair and equitable disciplinary actions spanning 3 installations. Additionally, while serving as 1st Sergeant for the 96th Operational Medical Readiness Squadron and the 96th Dental Squadron, Sergeant Amoroso oversaw an 11-member short notice deployment continuous process improvement team, resulting in the development of on-call teams which reduced medical clearance wait times by 6 hours and ensured the rapid mobility of 9,000 Eglin airmen. Furthermore, Sergeant Amoroso's commitment to airmen led to the development of Eglin's 1st Sergeant Angel Tree program. He engaged with 175 donors and raised over $8,000, providing over 2,100, still notable, gifts to 452 military children. Finally, Sergeant Amoroso's mentorship of over 700 airmen yielded 2 Headquarters Air Force, 5 Major Command, 28 Wing, and 7 Below the Zone award recipients. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Amoroso culminate a distinguished career in the service of his country and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Colonel Haddad will now direct the publishing of the retirement order.
Publish the retirement order.
Attention to orders. Special order number Alpha Charlie -004067, dated 28 February 2023. Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso, effective 31 January 2024. You are relieved from active duty. 850th Spectrum Warfare Group, Eglin Air Force Base, Florida, retired effective 1 February 2024, per Air Force Instruction AFI 36-3203, in the grade of Master Sergeant, by order of the Secretary of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Sergeant Amoroso will be presented with his official retirement certificate, which reads, Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on the first day of February 2024. Signed, Charles Q. Brown, Jr., General, United States Air Force, Chief of Staff, and Joshua Kozlov, Colonel, United States Air Force, Commander, 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing. Sergeant Amoroso, we are also pleased to present you with a Presidential Certificate of Appreciation, which reads, Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso, I extend my personal gratitude and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation to you for your patriotic service to our country. Your bravery and dedication in our armed forces helped protect your fellow Americans during a critical moment in our history and contributed to a world of greater security and growing prosperity. Your devotion to duty, honor, and country, in keeping with the long traditions of the finest military in the world, embodied the American ideal of selfless service. Our nation owes you an incredible debt. Your commitment and the example you set will inspire future generations to serve with pride and to keep our country secure. You represent the best of our nation, and I join our fellow Americans in saluting your honorable service. I wish you happiness and success in your next chapter. Signed, Joseph R. Biden, Jr., Commander-in-Chief. We would also like to present you with the Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. And it reads, Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. I am proud to join your friends and family in congratulating you for your retirement from the United States Air Force. Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso, the achievements and contributions you have made throughout your career are indicative of the core values of our great service. Your retirement is well deserved, but your selfless contributions will be sorely missed. On behalf of all airmen, thank you for your faithful and devoted service to our nation. As this chapter in your life closes, hope the years ahead are filled with more great memories and continued success. Signed, Joanne S. Bass, Chief Master Sergeant, United States Air Force, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. We would now like to present Aaron with the Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff and the Commander of the 350th Spectrum Warfare Group. It reads, Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Air Force. In grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents this Certificate of Recognition to Mrs. Erin M. Amoroso for the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impacts to the nation's defense. Thank you for the support, which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service. Given this first day of February 2024. Signed, Charles Q. Brown, Jr., General, United States Air Force, Chief of Staff, and Joshua Kozlov, Colonel, Commander, United States Air Force, Commander, 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing. Next, we are presenting Aaron with the Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. And it reads, on behalf of all Air Force airmen and their families, the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force presents this Certificate of Appreciation to Mrs. Erin Amoroso. I join your spouse, family, and friends in thanking you for the numerous contributions and sacrifices you made in support of our United States Air Force. Your dedication gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service in defense of our nation. Given this first day of February 2024. Signed, Joanne S. Bass, Chief Master Sergeant, United States Air Force, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Thank you, Colonel. You may be seated, ma'am. At this time, we'd like to present Master Sergeant Amoroso's children, Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily, with a Certificate of Appreciation. and they read, Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily Amoroso distinguished themselves by providing selfless, faithful, and dedicated support to their father, Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso, during his exceptional 20-year career. As the child of a member of the Armed Forces, Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily have overcome innumerable challenges, such as frequently moving away from their friends, acclimating to new surroundings, and enduring extended separations from loved ones. Their steadfast love and unwavering commitment enabled their father to focus on the Air Force mission and make significant contributions to our country and its allies. Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily's devotion to their father reflects great credit upon themselves and their family. Thank you, family.
There will be a point that you'll have to stand.
Fair enough.
Okay, just so you know. First sergeants, prepare to form the diamond. The 17th century Prussian Army Feldwebel appears to be the starting point for the first sergeant. Standing at the top of the non-commissioned hierarchy of rank, he was the overseer of all the company's enlisted personnel. During the American Revolution in 1779, Inspector General Frederick von Steuben set forth the duties of the first sergeant: to be intimately acquainted with the character of every soldier of the company and impress upon their minds the indispensable necessity of the strictest obedience. Throughout American history, military leaders have viewed the first sergeant as the key to the development of good company. The order and discipline of the troops, their care and well-being have always been the focal point of the first sergeant's job. The first sergeant is easily distinguishable from the other enlisted ranks by the diamond in the center of their chevrons. This distinguishing mark has its beginnings in the 1830s, where the first sergeant wore a red sash around their waist. In 1847, Army regulations authorized the wear of chevrons on the fatigues of the non-commissioned officers. It also authorized the lozenge or French diamond to designate the first sergeant. Indications are that this was the first appearance of the diamond as an insignia device. The chevrons have changed over the years from their beginnings in the Army Air Corps to the look of today's Air Force, but the one constant has been the distinguishable diamond denoting the position of the first sergeant. Today you will recognize a first sergeant by a twinkle in their eye to lighten up dark and gloomy situations, firm shoulders for leaning on and carrying problems, eyes in the back of their head for seeing everything that's going on, strong hands to lead and guide, a tough body that can endure all types of stress and keep smiling, worry wrinkles in the brow from care and concern for their people, a longing behind the smile from loneliness because people only see them as the shirt, the one to stay away from, or the one to be feared. You are one of us and you will be missed. Thank you for all you have done for our wing, First Sergeant Council, and most especially the enlisted men and women of Eglin Air Force Base. Always remember, diamonds are forever and they always shine brightly. On behalf of your peers, we bid you farewell and may your cell phone remain silent. Please, for his wife's sake. We're not done yet. Master Sergeant Amoroso, please retire your legacy.
Order. Order. Order.
right, here comes for the fun part. Turn Amoroso, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
All right. At this time, will all prior and current diamond-wearing first sergeants stand as we lead the One Sharp Rock chant? I gotta step away from the mic, it'll be way too loud.
It's for your own good.
Yeah. All right. When I say diamond, you say one. Diamond.
One.
Diamond.
One.
Diamond, diamond.
One.
Diamond, 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 diamond.
One.
When I say diamond, you say sharp. Diamond.
Sharp.
Diamond.
Sharp.
Diamond, diamond.
Sharp.
Diamond, 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 diamond.
Sharp.
When I say diamond, you say rock. Diamond.
Rock.
Diamond.
Rock.
Diamond, diamond.
Rock.
Diamond, 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 diamond.
Rock. One shot rock.
Third sergeant's post.
For more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor, white signifies purity and innocence, and blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the Stars and Stripes waving after the British shelling of Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on constellations of Air Force satellites that circle our globe and on the fin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on our U.S. Air Force, nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict on lands and in skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we, as Americans, enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it wave. We have a special presentation. I'm told that Colonel Finkler and Chief Sterling will present Sergeant Amoroso with his shadow box, which was made by his stepfather, Gordon Stevens.
Out here today for coming out and celebrating Shirt's retirement. The more you start to do these, and as you get older, you're going to do more and more of them. There's a very bittersweet aspect to every single one of these ceremonies, and that is when you reach the end of your journey, the people that surround you, if you're lucky, are your core. And you are a lucky man in the sense that your family is here with you today. But the rest of us out here, we're the ones who are with you at the end. And the bittersweet aspect of that is that there's no way that everyone who was a part of your career could be here today. Some of them couldn't make it. Some of them are no longer with us. But every single one of those individuals is part of who you are today, and it's part of your Air Force career. So the fortunate thing that you have is that your family has taken the time to build a symbol of your career so that every time you look at that shadow box, you can remember everything that made you who you are today and every single one of those experiences that make up the mosaic that is your career. Only you can be the one that puts those all together. And I find it priceless that your family, your core, is the one that put that together for you. So thank you very much. You can only hold it with two people. You.
Well, okay, there's a part to it, but there you go.
Oh, all right.
This is what I'm not understanding. I want to make sure I'm doing it right here.
Don't break it. You know how bad we'll look if we break
Okay, there it is.
it.
That's the coolness.
Ladies and gentlemen, I came here from Ohio just for this moment. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you for the first time my friend and yours, Master Sergeant Joshua C. Amoroso, United States Air Force, retired!
Thought this was going to be a lot easier. So don't be surprised if I'm looking down at this paper the entire time. First off, thank you commanders, chiefs, family, friends, and members of Team Eglin for coming to my retirement ceremony. It's an honor to stand before you here today. Colonel Haddad, thank you for officiating and for your kind words. Maybe not all of them. I was kind of hoping that today I would be referring to you as General Haddad, but soon, very soon. Ma'am, you are one of the finest officers that I have ever had the honor to serve with and work for. You put your heart into everything you do. I will never forget the fun days of Corona. And I will never forget the final day of my out processing at NASIC. when I was waiting for you in your office, and your exec said that I was to remain in your office until you arrived. That he was instructed to, and I quote, not allow me to leave your office until you arrive to say goodbye by any means necessary, which was up to and including tying me to the chair.
He took some liberties with that.
That is what he told me.
Okay.
After how phenomenal you made me sound, I'm kind of thinking about just taking a bow and calling it a day. Let's get some cake. But I worked a solid 20 minutes on this speech, so I'm gonna deliver it. A special thank you to our narrator, my friend, retired Master Sergeant Phil Franklin. Very, very old friend. Thank you so much for traveling out here to narrate for what will be your 4th retirement ceremony this week. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting back to Ohio and getting some much needed rest before going back to work. Your friendship over the years has meant the world to me, and I thank you for being part of today's ceremony. Also, thank you to Sergeant Harrington and the entire team that made today happen. The Eglin Honor Guard, Chaplain Wichern, Senior Master Sergeant Neil Diamond Hopwood for his amazing rendition of the national anthem. And before I get too far along, thank you to my loving wife, Erin, for supporting me for the last 13 years. You are my love and my inspiration, and I would have never made it to this point without you. Just to take a quick moment, honey, I have flowers for you, as well as Nancy, and Nancy. No. Nancy, mom, other mom. Thank you so much for being with us for the last 13 years and sharing this journey with us. Gavin, Chloe, Oliver, and Lily, my kids. I know you've dealt with a lot over the last couple of years, or over the years, moving away from friends and family, me leaving all the time to go TDY and go on trips for work, or the days of me just coming home tired and grumpy. I want you to know I did this all for you. Thank you to Dad and Nancy, Mom and Gordy, Fred and Nancy, and Emily and Brown for traveling all the way here to be with us today. It means everything that you came here as we close this chapter. And finally, thank you to my brother Nathan, who was not able to be here today. Thank you for being the best big brother I could have ever asked for. I know it wasn't easy being my big brother, but I hope I made you proud. To my fellow Diamonds, I simply want to say, I love you guys. We have, over the last couple of years, seen some good times. We've seen some really bad times, but a diamond always shines. Over the last 20 years, I have thrown my mind, body, and heart into getting the job done. Okay, well, you disproved that, so maybe not the whole 20 years. But it has been a wild ride. I have gotten to travel all over the world, from beautiful, sunny San Antonio to Japan, Portugal, Turkey, and even the great state of Ohio. I have had all types of leaders, some good, some bad, some toxic. And one thing I have learned is that you can learn from each of them. I've also learned that it's not what you do that defines who you are. It's your reaction that defines you. If you've ever seen me in my blues, you will understand that I have more longevity medals than I do good conduct medals. Longevity medals are every 4 years, good conduct is every 3. I haven't always been the best airman, but I learned from my mistakes. I chose not to let those bad moments define who I was. Looking back, they were simply speed bumps on the broken road that led to who I am today. If I could just pass on a few things to the younger airmen, it would be these 5 things. 1, keep your promises, even when things get messy. Sometimes you might not want to have to make the decision, but you will have to. No matter what task you are doing, do it the best you can. One of my favorite quotes was from Chief Gaylor. He has a speech where he talks about, picking up trash on the installation and saying, that's my name on the mailbox. As you guys go on, that's your name on the mailbox. Take pride in what you do. 3, every generation must kindle the flame of freedom. My grandfather served during the time of the Korean War. The next generation had Vietnam, Persian Gulf. Then we had the last 20 years in OEF and OIF. At this time, we're moving towards potentially another conflict in the future. It's my time to step back, and it's your guys' time to step forward. Number 4, don't be the leader that people hope get into a car accident. We'll just leave that one at that. And lastly, trust is the key ingredient to effective relationships and mission accomplishment. Real quick, before I close out my remarks, I'm going to tell a little story. In March of 2003, we used to own back home a restaurant called Sorties. And a lot of times once we closed down the restaurant, we would, me and Gordy would sneak into the back and pump quarters into the pinball machine and play for hours. The week before I left, we decided we were going to start betting on the games. And so, loser had to sign the dollar bill and give it to the winner. Unfortunately, I lost the first game. So, I signed the dollar bill and passed it on to Gordy. But, right before I left to go to basic training, and I think he let me win, I got the dollar bill back. That dollar bill has traveled with me through every assignment for 20 years. It has been to Davis-Monthan, it has been to Misawa, Lodges, Incirlik, it's been to Holloman, Wright-Patterson, and finally, here at Eglin. This is the end of the road, and I think it's about time that I pay you for this beautiful shadow box. I'm trying here.
Listen, I had to the whole time. You told me I couldn't crack because I knew this.
I know, but that was a challenge. Before I close this up, Colonel Finkler, Colonel Monska, Colonel Wilson, Colonel Metzger, Colonel Smith, thank you for letting me be your guys' shirt. It has been an absolute honor for the last roughly 2 years to get to serve in the 850th. And I thank you guys for everything. I thank you guys for hearing me out when I tried to be the devil's advocate. I appreciate you guys once in a while taking my advice. But thank you. It has been awesome serving as each of your first sergeants. So while I close the book on my military career, I begin writing the next one on life after military. And though I will never be, or no longer be a first sergeant, you guys will always be my airmen, and I will only be a text or a phone call away. A wise man that I was knew at NASIC named Nathan Setters used to tell a story about how in the military, our times at our assignments are encompassed by a start date, an end date, and a dash in between them. He would always thank the crowd for being part of his dash. 10 years ago, I used to chuckle whenever he would say that. Fast forward to now, and I think I finally understand what that comment means. It's not the places that you go, but it's the people, the friends, the family that you make along the way. Thank you all for being part of my dash.
Just to be clear, you weren't calling me old, you were saying they were old friends.
Oh, no, I was calling you an old,
Okay. I
age-wise.
just want to remind you, I need you up here to get a picture after you leave and come back because my flight. Okay. Sergeant Amoroso, the men and women of the United States Air Force are proud to have served with you. Your knowledge, wisdom, dedication, and friendship will be sorely missed by all. We wish you well as you begin this new chapter in your life. Colonel Haddad invites everyone to join her in congratulating Master Sergeant Amoroso and his family through a receiving line and a reception immediately following the ceremony.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atta boys, give the gun, give the gun! Down we dive, spouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame or go down in flames. Hey, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force.
So I think we're gonna do the receiving line up here, so I think we need the family to come on up. We're gonna do a quick picture, and then we're gonna do a receiving line. All right, are we ready? Let's do this, buddy. Oh, that's like the best hug. That's the best hug ever. You were trying to lift me up. I might. You might. That was awesome.
Before you know, when you throw your sexy parties.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. All the best.
Safe job.
Great to meet you, Josh.
Are you really got to get going?
Yeah, I'm flying. Yeah, I gotta go. Are you going TDY or whatever?
You did amazing.
Okay. Well, boss, take care. Randy has got a order, so we shipped it out. It was just like a funeral. It was so good. Guys, come on. Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay.
I'm way old. I'll give it a run.
Dollar bills yours now. There is a little bit written on the back too.
Well done, Josh. Well done.
Oh, you're welcome.
You excited? Congratulations on your freedom.
Sure.
See you back at the office.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah, see you Monday.
Dude, that was an awesome ceremony. That was incredible. I didn't see it coming. That's awesome.
That's why I love the 87th because they actually have it on display.
Anything you need, let me know. I'll be around for a while. So don't worry.
Congrats. All right.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I thought you might have. I didn't want to just throw a go blue out there, you know.
I would have totally
Sure.
As always. Fun times. Yeah, it has. Yeah, you're always coming. I really appreciate it. Enjoy retirement. I'll be right behind you.
I'll be there.
Congratulations. Now I expect all these reworking projects to get done.
We'll see.
I'll say briefly for the last couple of years, but well said. So back in the day, it's headquarters chapter. Any comment? Congratulations. Well said. We'll miss you.
I'll be here for another 2 weeks.
You'll know where we're at. Congratulations.
I'm gonna be that ex that doesn't want to let go, so I'm gonna stop by.
We'll show that's the culture, eh? Once they're cracking, always cracking. Started in our building, started in our space, always been our heart.
Anyways, I gotta get my stuff out of Popwood's office.
Yeah, come get your shit. Sorry. Congratulations.
I know you have
And
a good time.
I forgot the doll again.
That's okay.
The doll that Lily sent me was TBY. Was her haircut.
So very good to say hello. Congrats.
Yep, we're staying here.
All right. I'll see you out and about, brother. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Dude, when you said take her to my dad, you crying? I was like, yeah, me either. What am I going to do without you?
I don't know, but you're gonna
No kidding. Thanks, brother. Absolutely.
still sound like Neil Diamond.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, ma'am, for letting us borrow him, you know. We didn't have a first sergeant in the WSA, so I said, I need a first sergeant. Who's going to be? This guy's going to be.
You need to cry.
I try not to.
I know. I thought I was like, tears. I was like, okay, don't do it.
Are we supposed to dance? Are we supposed to twirl? I mean,
yeah, everybody else is twirl.
She didn't twirl. Nice shirty shirt.
Congrats.
Always coming before.
Always being my double.
He's helped me a lot in the year that I've been here. So.
Always.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's been a great year.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for being my rock.
15 to 1.
15 to 1, yeah. At least we got one.
Thanks, sure. I miss you.
I'll still be around.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Enjoy.
Thank you for everything.
Congratulations,
That's like the quick part where everybody's like,
Yeah. I gotta call you like the Sunday.
No, you
That's
don't.
what I do.
You don't.
Saying.
One, it's not going to ring to my phone. And two, you know how to get yourself into the dorms now.
I don't know. I don't think it. I think it's something you know.
Congratulations.
One of the last things. Yeah.
It's so good to meet you guys.
Thank you for doing everything for me and my troop.
Gladly do it again.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
I'll be like that.
Hey, boss.
I'll still be around.
You've been waiting for this day? Your husband's giving me so much hell with my career.
Oh, come on.
We're gonna miss you. We are.
Who knows? I might come back in. Are you okay? I'm now.
You're a vet now. Yeah. I have parking spots now. Thank you. Don't worry, we'll still call you.
I know.
Thank you for everything you helped me with.
Thank you for everything you did for Dad.
I mean it.
Man, I love this one.
I'm only going to be 40 minutes down there.
I got you on Facebook. Oh, you got me paid. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything.
No, I got you, man. Even if I got to call in a couple of favors.
Hey, you did, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
I'm fist bumping you. I'm not feeling it.
I can get sick now. Now it's okay.
No!
But see, even the enemy showed up.
Oh my God!
Hey, she's on leave and came here for you.
Bring it in. One of my favorite folks here.
You did great, Aaron. Everyone's favorite. Congrats, my dude.
You missed my dance. I'm glad you had it.
No, we're not even shaking. We're bringing it in for the real thing. Here, are you gonna do a separate shirt? It's a 350. Huh? We gonna do a separate shirt?
That's up to y'all.
Do you want it? Yes or no? Because we yes. Yes, it is. All right, good.
I'm taking your booth.
Okay.
Do a separate.
Something like this. I'll hit you up for details on Monday.
Not like I'm going anywhere.
Are you gonna smash the phone again?
Huh?
You get to smash the phone?
No, but that phone's going to be in his hands in the near future.
I'll take it. Somewhere in some doing Thanksgiving stuff.
Nice name tag.
Thanks, brother. Sure. You don't have a diamond anymore. You know,
No, once a diamond, always a diamond.
Congrats, dude. Love you.
I'm glad I got to receive some of your help before you left.
I'm gonna miss doing stuff like that.
Thanks for keeping me out of prison.
It's okay. It's my job. I need to get with you and with Harrington in a little bit.
Already talking about more.
Thank you, sir.
It just went to Brady. My favorite office.
Hi, Frank! I saw you! I saw you! Congratulations. Oh, Gary says hello, too. I talked to him on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, by the way.
Vanessa wanted to be here too, but she's teetering.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, but I figured when you said yes and she said no, I'm like, either there's trouble in paradise or she's going to be wild.
She's in Canada right now, so she's having so much fun.
Welcome to Paris.
We got cake.
Okay. Congratulations. Mr. now.
I'm going to be like all hugged out. Like, I am not a hugger.
I know that. Still my honor, buddy. Here. You take care of yourself, all right?
I like won't see you in like 2 hours. Anyway.
Yeah, you'll see me. No, I'm going to work.
Oh, have fun.
Supposed to work this morning and switched hours.
Yeah, I switched hours, so skipped out. But we'll see you.
Congrats. Made it. This It's a good feeling the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, bud.
Now that it's over.
Yep. Yep. That's what I was about to say. You owe me something.
That's the end. That's going to be the hardest part.
It's up to you.
In a little bit.
A little bit?
And you have it for a little while longer.
Monday, Tuesday? Monday?
I mean, it's forwarded to you. Just let me hold it for a little bit longer.
It's
like
my precious.
Yes.
It's understandable.
He's the one that I was talking about last night. It's the national. That our paths probably have crossed multiple times without knowing it. I'm only a phone call away. I'm still around. So.
Congratulations, sir. Of course, no problem.
I really appreciate it. Like, you came in like a hero last minute.
Good, sir.
Thank you. That completely forgot about it. And then
we're really sad. He's leaving a void, so. I got some really nice shots, so congratulations, sir. Yeah, it was. How do you leave without a replacement?
Brother.
I don't know how, but somehow it's it's just literally like me going, here, take the phone.
That's true. You should have done it right here. Just throw it and be like, catch.
Yeah,
You're it.
That's the,
like the bouquet at your wedding.
You're up next. Oh, absolutely not a bad idea to bring into retirement ceremony.
That's right.
You throw a phone over your shoulder and over catches
it. You're it. You're it.
Thank you guys for doing
man.
the diamond coronation.
Anytime.
I appreciate
Gonna miss you, brother.
Yeah. I'll have to hassle the Hoff every once in a while.
Oh, you had to.
The hard part's going to be when I delete myself out of the group.
I'll delete you right now.
No, not yet.
All right. You have
I'm
to say something.
still coming to council meetings for 2 more weeks.
Okay.
For a couple more years if you stay.
Yeah. Some mentorship.
Congratulations. Enjoy retirement.
Oh, I'm going to.
Congrats, sir. Appreciate our talks.
Well, I appreciate our talks too. You were a huge help.
Thanks. I'm glad I could be same with you.
Rickert's the man. I love this guy.
And he's got a sweet car.
He does. I saw you getting that sweet car.
Yeah, miss our talks.
I'm still going to be around, so
All right, sir.
we can still have talks.
Sounds good.